Yeah, Coach, just an unbelievable effort by your shorthanded team tonight. Tremendous defense in the second half to give yourself a chance. Just and you came up short, but can you talk about the effort defensively, especially in the second half, that will allow you to get back into?
Yeah, our guys, I thought, fought really, really hard and played really, really hard, communicated with each other, did a good job on the boards. We said the other day, even before we lost all these guys, you want to play winning basketball. You don't want to beat yourself. Don't turn it over. Get back, defend, rebound. And you want it to come down to making shots or not. And I'll say today that's what it came down to, And then I was disappointed because we got ourselves a chance to win even to the last defensive possession, and got the turnover. And I just, you kick yourself as a coach because you want to draw up something that'll create an open shot, and you don't, and it's frustrating, very frustrating. To not even get a shot at the end is frustrating.
Well, curious, Coach, on that last play, were you going for the three? Were you going for the win, or were you trying to get just?
We would have taken whatever, right? I mean, so we had 3-point looks to hopefully spread the defense because you know that they're not going to want to give up a three. So you want to be having 3-point threats so that the defense is spread out, and then you take whatever's on the inside. So I don't think I gave Bled enough room there to see the floor. So frustrating.
Stan, just kind of in that vein, I don't want to nitpick the final, 2 plays because of how well you guys played in that game, but what would you have done differently to operate, do you think, there?
Well, I thought the play before, if you're talking about the one where Billy set the step up on Lonzo, I thought we had Billy on the roll. He was open. We just didn't see him. He was wide open. So I really don't know. You're managing clock. We got 2 veteran guards out there. We're going to play through them at that point. I don't know who else you would play through at that point. So I'm not upset that I chose to play through those 2 guys. I'd trust them again Sunday, Monday, whenever we play. Maybe I could have given them a better look, more room on the play, whatever. But I think with the group we have, those are the guys you're going to have to play through in those situations. And I trust them to do that, and I'll do it again Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, and what did you think about that first half from Jackson and just his overall growth on offense?
Yeah, listen, his energy level was unbelievable. And, when he plays with that kind of energy and uses his athleticism, he can make a huge, huge impact on the game. And you guys know that's something we've talked about with him all year. When the energy level's up, he makes an impact on the game. When his energy level is not up, then like with most people, then you're going to struggle some. And tonight, that first half was an incredible performance.
Stan, obviously a weird day for your team, your franchise, whatever, with the Zion stuff. How do you felt like your guys reacted to it, and how do you feel like they kind of go through these last, 5 games or so of the season, knowing that a lot of roles are about to change, and the way they kind of reacted to it tonight?
Well, they knew it going into the morning in the walkthrough, and, you saw how they played. And again, they had a really rough second quarter and got down, and there's probably a lot of people out there expecting, oh, shoot, they're going to die, and they didn't. Like, no matter what happens the last 5 games, okay, that storyline should all be dead after 67 games about these guys and how they let down and all of that. It'll come down to how well we play, whether we're good enough or not good enough. These guys are not going to quit. They're not going to give up. They are not going to throw in the towel. They're not going to let go of the rope, whatever analogy you want to use. They've proven it for 67 games. They're going to bounce back, and they're going to compete. They went out there without 5 of their top 8 guys tonight, got down by 16 at the half, competed to get back in it, had a chance at the end. We've just struggled, as you know, to finish out those games, the close games, but not for lack of effort, not for lack of resiliency, or any of that. So, that storyline should be dead no matter what happens in the last 5.
From a team perspective, is that one of the things that you would say you're kind of that you take away the most, that you're the most proud of? I mean, you never know what you're going to get with the team as you go through, a really up and down season. Is that, no matter how you guys finish, is that one of the things you take away that, is at least a positive regardless?
To me, it's the biggest positive. And if you're looking at team things, not individual, the biggest positive to me is our resilience. That to me is the biggest positive we have on this team. That, there have been so many times. I mean, if I just think back to you guys doing these sessions, how many times I've been asked, usually by Jen, but nonetheless, how many times I've been asked, how will they respond after that loss? Or somebody came back on us and beat us, and, how are we going to respond? I mean, that question has come up a million times, right? How are you going to respond? And nobody does anything all the time, but I think overwhelmingly the response has been good all the time. And I think if you're a fan of the Pelicans, even if you're not a fan of the Pelicans, you've got to have respect for that, if nothing else.
Stan, you guys didn't have your offensive firepower tonight, but is it hard not for you to wonder, what this season would have looked like if 3 or 4 of these games had just gone your way in the final 2 minutes this season?
I don't really have time to think about that right now, but clearly that's been our biggest problem, right? I mean, we haven't been able to close out games and win these close games. I mean, we're right there a lot. I don't think that there's too many people out there that would argue that we're a very, very competitive team. We're a team that is close. We're close. I don't think anybody would argue that. And it is, in some ways, that's good. In some ways, that's a real positive looking forward, that this team can go out and compete with anybody on any given night. But it also makes it very frustrating for the players, for the coaches, for everybody in our organization to be that close so many times and not be able to get over the top. And for me, it's really, really frustrating because as a coach, you see that great effort from our players and, you just go back in and go over every play call. What could I have done to get them a better look, to get them over the top? And, it is frustrating, but they've been good all year. They've bounced back, and I'm sure they're going to make great effort over the next 5 games.
All right, thanks, Coach. That'll do it.